Going into the summertime, a lot of people like to make their move during this season. So, is Killeen a buyer's market or a seller's market going into this summer? Let's get into it. So I've watched the Killeen market take some pretty radical swings from left to right just to kind of end up right back in the same place. I'll explain what I mean. All right, the median list price for Killeen is $269,000. And though I've watched like these wild swings up and down in price, like depending on what the interest rate does, funny thing is it's stayed within this kind of 2% ratio. So since last month, it's down 2%. But since the beginning of the year, it's up 2%. But if we go to like this time last year, it's down 2%. So if you bought your house this time last year, like your equity may be down by about 2%, which typically doesn't happen, right? Real estate usually always goes up, but year over year, we're actually down 2%. But the good thing is 2% is not a lot. The big story right now is the fact that inventory, the available homes on the market, is continuing to drop. That's gonna be down by about 30% since January. Now, we watched things really swing up from last summer to January, and then they're dropping back down by 30%. Like last summer was like one of the craziest summers in real estate history. You couldn't find a house, right? Like we all remember that. Well, to put it in perspective where we are today, we still have 50% more homes available for sale right now than last year. But that number has been declining since January, and it does not seem to be leveling off. Now, what's that mean for a home buyer? It's the same thing that I've kind of been saying all year is if you see the house you like, you need to be aggressive because even though like that house might sit for a week and a half, but the second you decide that it's the house for you, somebody else is gonna put in an offer on it. So I've seen this happen with me and some buyers. We've gone in on 3 different houses during 3 different times, and each time they sat on the house, they thought about it for multiple days, and then whenever we made the offer, somebody else came in and made an offer better than ours and beat us out. Now we finally got ourselves under contract with a beautiful house. Actually, the house that they wanted several months ago came back on market. Funny how that happens. But I'm saying that to say, if you see the house you want, you need to go out and grab it. Be prepared, get yourself pre-approved, pre-qualified ahead of time so that you're ready to make a move on the house that you want. Now, home sellers, what's this mean for you? It means right now you can actually get a really good price for your house. It's not gonna be what it was last year, of course, but it's gonna be a fair price. Home sellers are still paying closing costs in some circumstances, but it is not happening every single time. So if you get multiple offers on a house, usually you're gonna be able to kind of negotiate out some of those closing costs. But right now, majority of home sellers are still paying closing costs. So keep that in mind when you're listing your house. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? The numbers say seller's market, but the actual activity that I'm seeing whenever I'm submitting offers for clients or taking offers on my listings, I think it's a really balanced market. So in my opinion, it feels like both sides can win on the right deal. So not the time to go in and lowball the house that's just came on the market and offer them $20,000, $30,000 less, because they sit a little while longer, they're gonna get a solid deal. On the seller side, still not the time for you to price your house $10,000 more than your neighbor sold their house, because your house will sit and you will get that lowball offer after you've been on the market for 90 days, all right? So to kind of wrap a bow around all this, the average days on market right now is 28. In January, it was 70. So homes are selling significantly faster than they were. Back in the day, if you were selling your home in Killeen, it was gonna take you 90 days to sell. So we're doing a lot better with that. The market is still moving pretty rapidly, still very, very healthy. Median days on market is gonna be 28. So keep that in mind if you're listing your house. Give yourself a little bit of time. And for my renters out there, the average rent right now is actually going up. It is right around $1,600. And just to give a little perspective there, if you were buying a house, that's $1,600 a month, depending on your credit score and the type of loan that you're using, of course, can get you into about a $200,000 house. So just keep that in mind. If you're paying $1,600 in rent, that may be better spent to make a purchase. It's all on you. And just to spend a little bit of time talking about Harker Heights, their median list price is $365K, significantly higher than Killeen. Why is that? Because they only have 65 units on the market right now. So only like 65 homes for sale at any given time. Inventory is super, super low there. The median list price at $365, that is actually up $30,000 from what it was this time last year. So Harker Heights homeowners, you made a solid investment. Last year, this time was like the height of the market, and we're actually seeing home prices in Harker Heights higher than they were this time last year. So a little bit harder to get into that area, a little bit more pricey, but it seems like it's a solid investment. All right, that's all I got. That's our housing update. Is Killeen a buyer's market or a seller's market? In my opinion, it's a balanced market. If you're looking to get into the market, please don't be afraid to ask for help. More than happy to help you out. Would love to hear about your situation, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace.